Morning. I have two short videos for you. One is inspired by a session yesterday, and another one inspired by a letter that a friend and I are writing back and forth. And the first one here today is going to be called Self-Worth and ATP. So let me set the stage a little bit. I started doing a session yesterday on somebody regarding a particular health issue, and it took me right to self-worth. And I've gone to self-worth on different things before, but I'm sharing this video because I just had this aha wow thing during the session. And people ask me, where do I get some of my information? Is it in meditation? Is it something I read? And a lot of the information I get is from first-hand experience in sessions. I'll be taken to something in a session, and then I'll Google it in certain ways or search for it, and it's like the sessions themselves teach me. So I'm getting a hands-on experience of the information that I'm given during a session. So my sessions are what teach me information, and I love that I'm able to do this as a career, work with people, explore the mind and the body, and uncover information or be shown things in sessions. So what happened was this person had some physical issues going on, and it took me to self-worth. So a couple of different aspects addressed into the session, and then I was taken to the heart, the physical heart. And in this particular session, it was like I kept magnifying deeper and deeper and deeper into the heart. So first it started out like physical. Well, first it was a heart chakra, then it went to the physical heart, then it went to the valves of the heart, and then it went to the cellular level. And then beyond that, it went into the DNA level. But the level I'm going to share with you is the cellular level. And some amazing for me. I mean, I get these ahas, and maybe some people okay, John, that's a little ridiculous. But I get excited. I'm like a metaphysical geek. I get excited about little bitty things because I personally am looking for the reciprocals in the physical reality, whether it's the physical body or the physical manifestation as the world as a whole or the universe. I'm looking for the correlations between the mind, the emotions, the spirit, the energy, and the physical reality. So I always love being shown different things. So during this session, this person had a particular body issue, not body appearance, but physical issue, illness, dis-ease, if you will. And so I'm going in these different levels. At each level I'm being drawn to address something. So at the heart chakra level, there was this self-worth issue. And then on the physical, then there were some valve issues, the heart valve issues. And then the really cool level that had me go holy, was on the cellular level. So here I am working on the heart, and I get taken to the cellular level of the heart. In particular, I get taken to the mitochondria, which are like the power plants of the cell. I knew that, and I knew about ATP. So I was taken to mitochondria and ATP, which is like the energy within the cell. It's a particular compound that helps with just dispersing energy and transferring energy. And mitochondria has a lot to do with that. So we were balancing out the mitochondria and ATP. So as I'm working on this person asked me, what is ATP? And I knew ATP was related to energy and cells, but I didn't know the ins and outs and the specifics. So that led me to do a little Google research, or like a quick Wikipedia Google search. And that's when I was like, wow, I'm glad the person asked me and that I had the wherewithal to go look it up instead of try to talk it off the top of my head. So I went to Wikipedia. And here's the really cool thing. So I went to ATP. And basically it's nucleoside triphosphate, and it's used in cells. But the really thing that I thought was amazing was I kind of got this little square highlighted here, just on the right side of the page at the very top. It took me to the molecular unit of currency, and I had never heard ATP referred to that way. And I was like, okay, that's pretty interesting, because remember, we started with self-worth. Self-worth, worth being money, being valued. Those were the issues coming up. And here we come to the cells that are having an issue with ATP. And it's like her body didn't have enough ATP or molecular currency to fund what she needed to do, which I thought was really amazing, because when I get these little things in my head, the way my brain works is when I see something now, I don't just see it on one particular level. So when somebody says self-worth, I'm thinking about value, how that relates to the body, the mind, the emotions. It's like I see things across the board. Not always, but for the most part. And it keeps expanding as I learn new things. But I was taken to this little bit of information that ATP is often called the molecular unit of currency. So what's really fascinating to me about that was, here I am working on this person with a self-worth issue affecting the heart chakra, the physical heart, and the ATP, which we need to increase within the cells to fund or give enough energy for the physical body to heal and transform, is tied into the name molecular unit of currency. So think about currency being self-worth. So during when this came up, it was like her low self-worth led her cells, especially the cells of the heart, to produce or absorb or utilize less ATP. So it's basically, what I'm trying to get here is that there is a physical manifestation of her low self-worth. The low self-worth had a physical manifestation in the heart cells where they were not producing or utilizing enough ATP because of the low sense of self-worth. High sense of self-worth, man, there's more currency, there's more ATP being produced. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense, because it sounds cool to me. I hope I can get that across to you. But I thought it was really interesting that here, again, we're working with this heart issue. It's called, and ATP is referred to as molecular unit of currency. Currency being related to value, worth. So literally, her low self-worth was causing her heart to not utilize the energy or produce the energy that she needed to do what she needed to do. Does that make sense? ATP basically, it comes from solar energy, the solar energy of foods, plants. We absorb it, we translate it. It's the fuel of the body, and without energy, a cell dies. So she was needing more energy to heal herself, and her low self-worth had her cells actually producing and utilizing less ATP. So to me, that was a direct correlation between a low self-worth image within you leading to your body literally, in this particular case, and other issues that may be different, but this low self-worth issue had the heart not producing and utilizing ATP to the level it could. So we kind of ended this session where I said, okay, since you're within your own body and you're sovereign, then let's give your cells permission to print and utilize as much money and energy as it needs to fund what you need to do on a physical level. And anyway, that was my big aha, is that there's the physical manifestation, a low self-worth issue, literally leading to the cells not taking the money or using the currency, the energy currency, the ATP, to the level that it could. I mean, that was pretty amazing that here there's a strong correlation between the mind, the emotion saying, I'm unworthy, and then the cells responding to that mental emotional thought by producing and utilizing less ATP. But then bringing in this concept that I am worthy and getting the cells to just start printing off as much energy currency as it can so that you can then fund what needs to happen in the body, or with this particular person happen within their body. So anyway, I just wanted to share that, and this is one of the cool little mirrors of how the mental and emotional literally dictate what happens in the physical body. But it's on a very this is what I'm trying to get, the point I'm trying to get across too, is that it's very, very literal. Like ATP is the currency of the cell. So her low self-worth was causing low currency or low ATP or energy in the body. And she was unable to heal a particular issue because of that. Anyway, I find it fascinating. I hope you all got something from it. Peace out.